Hello everyone and welcome back. Today on the channel we're going to be taking a look at Hachette Partworks Build the Terminator, and we're already on issue 10. In issue 10 we get the parts for our middle finger and our inner eye sockets. Let's take a quick look inside the magazine. As always, in the magazine we get our parts list, our parts, where we're building today, our assembly pages. This week we've got 14 steps. Sci-Fi Cinema Legends this week is all about Spider-Man 2. And our Real World Science this week is about human exoskeletons and what's coming up in next week's issue. So let's get this open and start building. We've got all our parts out of our packaging, we're ready to start building. Before we do, let's have a quick run through the parts. These are the inner eye sockets, these are left and right, and they are plastic. Then we have the components to make our finger. This is the tip, which is plastic with an oval bit on the end. This is going to go into this piece, which is die cast, and this is right middle finger parts A, B, C, D and E. Then we've got our finger connectors A, finger connectors B, and then knuckle connector right here. So without further ado, let's get into it. So we are going to need some parts from our previous build. We are going to need our faceplate, and we are going to need our hand. So we're going to start off with the inner eye sockets first. You will need a bit of glue for this issue. So let's just move all these parts for the hand out of the way so we can get on with this. Right, so we've got our faceplate, we've got our inner eye sockets, and these are going to be going on the back here. So we're going to need a little reservoir of glue in here. We're going to put a little bit in right now. I've got my super glue right here. So let's put a little dollop just in there so we can use the cocktail sticks and get it on there. Right, so let's get a cocktail stick. Right, so step one, ask you to get these parts ready. First find your faceplate, which we've got, which we've worked on in issue 6. Step 2, we're going to be the inside of the inner faceplate has a locating pin on either side of each eye. The outer edges of the inner eye sockets have matching holes on either side of the eye sockets. So let's see, this one will go this side, I believe. The pin's just there. Look, a pin here and a pin here. Is this what's going to be going on? So we've just got to slide this over. We are going to be putting some glue on it. We're just doing a test fitting, which does fit nice and snug. That's what it's going to look like. That's going to stop your gap just there and here. So let's get a little bit of glue on these. So we're going to put some glue in the inner eye socket, just here on the end. And we may as well, which one is this for? This one is for the left hand side, so we're going to put some on the left hand side first. That's that piece done. We're just going to slide this in straight over the pins, get it located, give it a little press to get it located in, nice and flush. We'll do the same with the other side. Get some glue. Let's get it in that. And we're going to do the same on the pins on here again. So a little dollop on there, a dollop on there. Now let's get this located on here. Make sure we go over the pins. There we are, got it. Nope, missed it. There we are, now it's in. So let's give that a little push and make sure it's nice and flush before the glue sets. We don't want it to set too far back. So that's what that's going to look like. Like that. And that's basically it for that part. Let's take a quick look and see what it's going to look like on our faceplate. now with the eye sockets in. So we're going to slide this on. This is going to go on here, just like that, and that fills up all the gaps in there now. It fits nice and flush up against the backing plate when you've got it on properly. Yep, it fits nice and flush, and you can't really see any gaps either side. So yeah, nice and cool. So we'll put that to one side. We don't need that anymore. We do not need our glue anymore, although I may do a little dab of glue on the fingertip here. So first things first, we're going to need this piece here, one of the little connectors, and one of these. So let's move these over a little bit for now. So we're going to need that one. So let's see if our fingertips are loose or solid. And it's a little loose again, so let's put a little dollop of glue on here again, because every fingertip I've had, I needed to put a dollop of glue on. So let's put a little dollop of glue on, just inside there as well. Push that on. Give that a second just for the fingertip to take to the glue. Seems like it has now. So let's move that glue out of the way. We don't need that anymore. Now we're going to be moving on to step 6 already. We're putting one of these pins, the smaller ones. Is it the smaller ones? Yeah, the smaller one, straight through. So this is going to go through here. These pins do alternate on each finger, so we'll push that through just like that, and now through here just like so, and then your locking pin, get that in to lock that in place nice and tight, just like that. So that's what you should have. We're by step 7. Moving on to step 8, we're going to do the exact same thing, but we're going to alternate it. So this pin goes this side, this pin goes this side. Let's push this through, nice and snug. And again, nice and snug. Get your locking pin in. Already this finger is nice and tight, no loosage in this finger. And last but not least, we're going to be having this last piece on. So this is obviously going to alternate into this side. So let's get this pin in here ready. Push it all the way through. This piece in there and lock it in. Just like that. Last but not least, it's going to be going on your knuckle. So let's get these fingers out of the way, and we're going to be putting the knuckle on. So we're going to be putting this pin. Where's this going? This is going underneath, or no, over the top. This one's going through the top of this one, just like so. Push that on. Last but not least, push your locking pin in. Give a good squeeze. There we go. Already our hand's starting to take shape. We've got two fingers in the thumb. So yeah, they're nice. I think this will be the hand that's gripping the gun when eventually we all get the gun. So let's take a look at what we've done. So we've done our inner eye sockets, and we've done our middle finger. So make sure you join me again next time with the next issue. We are going to be assembling the Terminator's neck. So assemble the joints for the Terminator's endoskeleton's neck. So that'll be issue 11. That'll be with me next week. So make sure you join me for that. If you haven't already subscribed to this, make sure you head on over to www.buildtheterminator.com. You can subscribe to this. You get all sorts of free gifts, like a screwdriver set. We haven't used a screwdriver set yet, but if you want to see it, I'll show you that now. You get this nice little screwdriver set if you subscribe. Although we haven't used any of these screwdrivers yet, so I don't know if we're going to get to use them or not, or whether they're relevant to the build. Thank you all for joining me. Next Wednesday should be the date that we do this, although we did get this in early due to the bank holiday, so they may have issue 11 in early next week, so we'll wait and see. It could be Tuesday, but definitely Wednesday if not Tuesday, so join me then. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Till next time.